I don't even gotta say it. You know what today is. Let me hear you say it. That's right, Marker Mondays. That's what today is. That's what we're here to do. I'm your host, Spiff Ellis. We are going to be accompanied by beats by me, beats that I've created, and art that I've created. If you're new to this channel, if you're new to my Instagram, my YouTube, my TikTok, every Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we do some marker art. All right, so stay tuned. Yeah, like as usual, grab your markers, grab your sketchbooks. Let's get it, all right? Peace and love. So let me ask you a question. Are you familiar with the true definition of rest? A lot of us, we go to sleep at night. We call it sleeping, but how many of us are actually resting? I don't know if many of us can say that we are. I don't think many of us can say that we are, consistently resting, because, what if I told you that there was 7 types of rest? I'm pretty sure that would blow your mind if you really took a second to think about that. And the fact that most humans, most people, we literally consider rest to be sleep. We equate rest to, sleep to rest. So for me, this past week I found an article. I just stumbled across an article, because there's those times that we feel drained from family, friends, relationships, even from ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times we feel like there's a lot of inconsistencies with life, and we get caught up in a lot of that while we're trying to create a future for ourselves, while we're trying to build up ourselves emotionally, spiritually, internally, things like that. You know what I mean? Because I know that, if you're using art, music, design, fashion, whatever your passion is, whatever you do, whatever makes you feel alive, whatever you feel, makes you feel like you have a purpose, in doing that, there's a lot of stress. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stress, and we need to choose which of the 7 types of rest that we need. Some of us need all 7, some of us need one of them, some of us need 2, maybe 4, 3, 5, it just depends. So, I'll break it down for you. The first kind of rest is physical rest. So, that's just resting your body, stretching. If you're into yoga, whatever you like to do, what I'm saying? Like, get you a foam roller, get a massage or whatever you want to call it, or, rub your own, shoulders, whatever, like your body is tense. Your body gets really tense in this life. We internalize a lot of things, we hold up a lot of stuff, but it's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really not necessary to let yourself be wound up like that. You feel me? So loosen up. You know what I mean? Second is called mental rest. Even for me in the past, I've definitely went to sleep at night or attempted to. But you can go to sleep and have your mind racing crazy. Like, your mind is just not still. Like, God wants us to be still. You know what I'm saying? Be still, relax, don't feel like you have to have life figured out. Stop trying to be God, stop trying to see into the future, stop trying to, see where you're gonna be, where you're gonna end up. Like, just, you have to be present, you know what I mean? So try to take a mental rest. And then there's social rest. If you're one of those people who have, friends around you, family, or your partner, or co-workers, whatever the case may be, that drain you, try to get yourself around people that uplift you spiritually, not just people who applaud you for your accomplishments. I'm talking people who have deep conversations with you that allow you to stretch, to grow you, to to help you be your best self. So that's social rest. And then there's spiritual rest, which is self-explanatory. Like, whatever you believe in. I believe in God. I'm Christian. I find rest, in maybe going by some, go listen to some music. Try to relax. you know what I mean, and try to talk to God and try to see what's up, like what's the next thing you want me to create, you know, what's the next idea you want to give me, you know what I'm saying? Because I get all my ideas from him anyway, so I might as well just go talk to him and just try to breathe and close my eyes and try to not think about all the things that need to get done. You know what I mean? Because there's always going to be a lot of things to get done. You know, I have an art show coming, art exhibition coming up. I got to travel somewhere for, it's a lot going on. I ain't going to say too much, but you guys are going to see. But that spiritual rest, man, you know, you gotta tap into your spiritual. Like, it's more important things than the grind culture, you know what I'm saying? Like, just making money and things like that. You know, there's deeper that you can go. You know what I mean? As a human, you know what I'm saying? You can go deep, you know, supernaturally. Then there's sensory, right? Sensory rest. You know, there's a lot of sensory, you know, input around us. You know, we always gonna respond, you know, to what we see. You know, phone calls we get in, you know, TV we see, you know, the news, you know, being, you know, just seeing all this stuff that we see. It's our eyes, you know, we have eyes, we have ears to hear, you know, we're constantly pulled away, you know what I'm saying? We're constantly seeing things and distracted, you know what I mean? So you might want to take a sensory rest, you know what I mean? Just take a break, put the phone down for a second and really just, you know, tap into you, you know what I mean? Invest in you. Then 6 is emotional rest. It just feels like a lot of times that a lot of us are carrying weight that we don't have to. There's real trauma, there's real things, there's real pain, there's real, you know, experiences that you as a listener have experienced, and these things are effective to you. They have impacted your life greatly. You know, but you have to learn to manage that emotion. Don't allow that emotion to drive you. There's a lot of things I've said no to. You know, I was just talking with a friend earlier about it. You know, there's a lot of opportunities that are coming, but a lot of times I've said no, you know, to a lot of things I should have said yes to. You know, but you have to just try to let go. You know, you see those emotions like stones, big stones. It's something I've drawn before if you've been following me for a while, but it's like, imagine yourself carrying these big rocks, these big stones, you know what I mean? And each one of them are different emotions that you feel. And they're heavy, you know, and we try to go through the day, you know, you go to the club, you go chill with your girl, chill with your boyfriend, or chill with your wife, your husband, your kids, you know what I'm saying, or you want to go and do an event and do this. It's like you still carrying a lot of things, even if you're hiding it, you know what I mean? We have to rest, yo, and it's so crazy because I literally consider rest to just be me closing my eyes at night when the moon is out and waking up the next day and say, wow, I'm rested. Or if you get 8 hours, you know, that's the required, you know, the required amount of sleep that a person should get. It's like, okay, yeah, I slept 8 hours. Okay, I slept 9. I slept 10 hours. Like, I'm rested. Like, you know, it's deeper than that. And I'm grateful I get to share this with y'all. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you take heed to it, you know, in your timing. Lastly is creative rest. That's the best of all for a person like yourself and me and I. You know, we're creatives. You know, we express what we feel, we express what we go through, we express what we want. You know, we create these things. You know, that's why I use color. I use a lot of color. There's a lot of primaries in my art. When I think about primaries, I think about the colors that create every other color, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, you know, you can't make neon and stuff like that, but you know, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, those colors are important. Those are the basic colors for painting, making art, things like that, for coloring. It's just like, we got to get back to the basics. You know, when we were, you know, children, you know, we really just created freely. We didn't think about how we were going to market it. We didn't think about how we were going to, you know, make money from it. We didn't think about how many followers we're going to get from it. We weren't thinking about how many likes we're going to get from this drawing, this painting, you know what I mean? This song, this beat that I'm making, this shirt that I'm sewing. Like, we didn't think about that. You know, we were just childlike, you know, we were children and we were young and we were just happy to be, you know, getting paint all over our hands and finger painting and, you know what I mean? Just getting glitter all over the place and glue and things like that. Just think about how it was thoughtless. You know what I mean? We have to remember, you know what I mean, how we were. We have to think about what was our mentality back then. You know, we were obviously children. We weren't thinking about anything but just being a kid. But a lot of people have grown up and gotten older and allow the child in them to die, and that's something that I always try to make people, remember to stay youthful and to stay alive. You feel me? You have to create, everybody has these feelings that give them anxiety, that tighten up their chest in the middle of the night, that make them want to die, that make them want to give up, that make them want to quit, that make them want to, jump off a cliff. It's real, it's real. But life is so beautiful, and it's worth seeing what you can create out of it, no matter what has happened to you, no matter what you're going through, no matter what, what comes your way, even in the future, there's always going to be, problems, but you just have to keep going. You honestly just have to keep going. There's always going to be something to distract you, but you have to remember what your purpose is. You got to remember that you have one. And God don't make no mistakes at all. In the moment it seems like there's a mistake, like, wow, like you took this or you gave that. Wow, I didn't believe that I could have something like that. I didn't think I was worthy type of, So you have to just create, and you have to rest. You have to rest, all 7 types of rest, But it's up to you to choose, on your own time. Just sit down, Go outside and see what type of rest you need and take that, because you need that, you feel me? Can't get to it, you got to go without it. All right? Peace.